as for the Jets in Chicago, trying to win a second cold weather road game. Matt Forte had himself a big day. For teams built on defense, both the Jets and the Bears showed precious little. Right side, 22 yards for a touchdown. Take another look, Merrill.
Oh, I tell you what, Jets have had a problem all year long with power football, tight ends, getting a seal here and a seal there, and Forte is in the alley for the seal of approval.
113 yards for Matt Forte on the day, and here is another big game. This one is 32 yards down the left side. We always thought this was going to be a low-scoring game. It was the exact opposite. As for Mark Sanchez, there were concerns about his shoulder coming in. At one point, Rex Ryan said it might be a game-time decision. He just fine. There's Dustin Keller over the middle, 26 yards into Bears territory. Later in the drive on 3rd and 10, Sanchez looking for Keller again, and Keller is open. 18 yards inside the 20 would lead to a Sean Green touchdown. The Jets cut the lead to 10-7. Second quarter, Bears at their own 15. Jay Cutler. That's, Trent, not what you're looking for in Dwight Lowery.
No, it isn't. Jay Cutler making the big mistake, but his only big mistake of the game for the most part being very sharp.
Yeah, this game went back and forth. At one point, the Jets were down 10-0. They were up 21-10. And then it's 24-17. And Jets fake punt. Sanchez passes to Brad Smith. Broken up by Rasheed Davis. Oh, he can't hang on to it. So the Bears take over on downs. Later, punting. Weatherford lets it go. It's a punt of 38 yards. And Hester.
You cannot give this guy wiggle room because he will wiggle himself right down the seam and out at 30-some yards, correct?
38 yards on the return. If you give him a wiggle, he'll show you his waggle, and you get the position there. As for Jay Cutler, Trent, you said he made one mistake. Everything else was money.
He really did. He made up for that mistake by just going dime exchange down the football field. Great pass protection, attacking the seam late.
40-yard throw to Johnny Knox, ties it up at 24, and then third down, Cutler to Hester for a 25-yard touchdown. Bears up 31-24. Move to the later in the third, same score, Sanchez. Rolling to his right. Buy-in time, Santonio Holmes. Boy, wide open. 23-yard score, game tied at 31. Jay Cutler says, whatever. The next Bears drive, still tied. He went to Johnny Knox once. He's going to Johnny Knox twice. Look at the catch. Great throw, too. 26-yard strike. And Knox beating Cromartie.
Well, Cromartie is not the most fundamentally sound corner in all of football, and he breaks down there, and that ball right there, I don't know if anybody could have trusted other than Johnny Knox.
38-31, the Bears take the lead. Sanchez, though, off Jericho Cotchery, incomplete. Jets forced to punt after a jet stop. 1:14 left. Brad Maynard punt, and it bounces off the Jets player. Marquise Cole rolls deep into Jets territory. Now Cole eventually jumps on the ball, but a tough break for the Jets. It was an average punt that got a lot better because of the roll. 1st and 5, 58 seconds left, and Mark Sanchez, this is the one mistake he made. Chris Harris breaks on the ball, Trent. It was a gamble, but he comes up with it.
Yeah, Chris Harris does a nice job there, staying on his half.
Chris Harris breaks on the ball, Trent. It was a gamble, but he comes up with it.
Yeah, Chris Harris does a nice job there, staying on his half.
Back outdoor cold weather road games. Hey, say what you want. Jay Cutler and the Bears doing it. 38-34. And over the last 8 games, Cutler is 7-1. 16 touchdown passes, just 7 picks. Only Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Matt Castle have thrown more touchdown passes over that time frame. You really look at what we're talking about with Jay Cutler. We've seen a real evolvement so far this year.
I think it's been one of the great mid-season stories of the National Football League, what Jay Cutler has done, not just to offset the deficiencies of the Chicago Bears offense, especially their offensive line, because they still exist there, his athletic ability to get him out of jam, but how he's managed himself, making good decisions, being accurate with the football. Here's a great example. When you have a single safety, 2 wide receivers to the right, well, you got to keep that safety in the middle of the field. Jay Cutler does that by keeping his eyes on that side. Safety, therefore, stays there. Boy, the top he's dropped. Now he snaps his head around, and there's Johnny Knox, one-on-one. Safety's got a lot of room to cover, and with a gun like Jay Cutler has, almost nobody safety-wise is going to be able to react to that throw. Now, I know this is a two-horse race as far as MVP goes with Michael Vick and Tom Brady, but if Jay Cutler had been playing like this at the beginning of the year, how he's played the last month, we would talk about him being an MVP of the National Football League, and he is clearly one of the MVPs for the Chicago Bears and how he is playing, and I expect him to continue to play to that high level, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, if we did the MVP on a 4-week bye.
I didn't say we were going to. I just said it.
Jay Cutler's playing great. You're absolutely right. I'm just joking with. He's played great football. But I'll tell you what, the Jets contributed to it as well. The Jets played bad man-to-man defense. This is what they hang their hat on, and they didn't execute it well. And it starts with their pass rush. You have to match your pass rush to your cover schemes up. No pressure. Look all the time by Jay Cutler. He can step into the throw. Why is this important? You see the deep seam. This isn't an outside go route. Watch the defender. Watch when he turns his head. This is when he's expecting to defend this seam play at about 20 yards, not 35, 40 yards down the football field. That ball should be forced out of Cutler's hands. It's not. Now you put 10 guys on the field on 3rd and 3, critical moment. Check out where the 10th and the 11th guy should be. Jay Cutler, once again, nice pocket to throw. Kind of creative back shoulder throw to Devin Hester, but you tell me the 11th guy is going to be the whole safety back there. He's going to line up right about there. I believe he would have influenced this play, not allowed this play to happen. He would have been helping over the top. Jay Cutler would not have made that throw. As good a throw as it was, that touchdown would not have happened. So the Jets are playing bad defense because they're not rushing the passer, and their man coverage schemes are falling apart in the back end.
How much of that do you think can be attributed to the loss of Jim
I think it's a huge loss.
Yeah, he really was the glue back there that made sure everybody was in the right position for the New York Jets. But even with the loss, the Jets still managed to catch a playoff berth because